The story begins when a monster called Vaccine Man attacks a city. He soon sees a small girl and prepares to kill her. Suddenly a bald hero arrives and destroys Vaccine Man with a single punch. This bald hero is named Saitama. Besides being a hero, Saitama lives a pretty boring life. He became powerful 3 years ago after failing to save a boy from a supervillain gang. Saitama decided to work hard and become a hero. He had a special training routine and did it every day. He lost his hair and became so strong no villain can fight him now. In the present, a giant monster is attacking the city. Soon Saitama arrives and knocks out the monster in seconds with his punch. After that Saitama goes back home and has a vivid dream where enemies attack Earth and he has to fight them. When Saitama wakes up, the subterranean race attacks the city. These are the same creatures he dreamed about. Saitama is super excited to fight them as he thinks they are super strong, but to his disappointment, they turn out to be really weak in real life. Saitama is once again sad that there are no strong fighters. We are introduced to Genos. He is a cyborg and half human. He is also a hero. His current mission is to find a mutant called Mosquito Girl. This villain monster uses mosquito swarms to attack his victims and then drains their blood. She has started to attack random people around the city and Genos has to find her before she hurts more people. Soon Genos finally finds Mosquito Girl and they begin to fight. Genos realizes that he must use his self-destruct attack to have a chance to defeat the monster. Suddenly Saitama shows up and kills Mosquito Girl in a single hit. Genos is really impressed and he starts to tell his story to Saitama. Saitama is really bored by his story but accepts Genos as his apprentice. The House of Evolution is a villain organization and they created Mosquito Girl and other mutants. They now want Saitama. Soon they send an armored gorilla for Saitama but Genos defeats him. Saitama and armored gorilla talk and he tells how Dr. Genus created the House of Evolution. The doctor wants to study Saitama and his powers. Dr. Genus wants to create mutants that have Saitama's powers. Genos and Saitama go to the House of Evolution and there the evil doctor releases Carnage Kabuto, the strongest monster that he has ever created. Kabuto begins a fight against Genos and he defeats him in mere moments. Saitama is really hyped to fight Kabuto but it does not end well. Kabuto senses Saitama's power levels and gets scared of him. Saitama reveals that the secret behind his powers is the workout routine he did every day. It's pretty basic and easy. Everyone is shocked and they do not believe Saitama. Kabuto gets really angry and transforms into his final form. He then attacks Saitama with his full power. Saitama plays with him for a bit but then remembers that he will not have time to go to the supermarket. Saitama gets angry and kills Kabuto in seconds. Genos and Saitama go to the supermarket and the evil doctor gives up on his research. Hammerhead is an evil criminal and he has his group of supervillains. They attack a local business that is owned by Zenitsu. A very weak superhero called Mumen Rider arrives and the villains beat him really easily. Hammerhead is attacked by ninjas and he almost dies. He runs away from his attackers but accidentally runs into Saitama. Saitama hits Hammerhead and destroys his suit but he does not kill him. Hammerhead runs away but he is soon attacked by a ninja called Sonic. Sonic thinks that Saitama is a supervillain so he goes after him. Their fight does not last long as Sonic lands balls first on Saitama's fist. Sonic is defeated and cannot move. In the meantime, Hammerhead decides to change his ways and Saitama is angry that people do not recognize him as a hero. Genos then comes up with an idea that they should join the Hero Association. Genos and Saitama both pass their tests to get into the Hero Association. Genos becomes an S-rank superhero while Saitama ends up in the C rank. Saitama is angry at the results but it's revealed that he broke the records in all the physical tests but he failed the written tests. Genos gets new upgrades to his gear and Saitama and he decides to train together. Genos figures out that Saitama is holding back and he demands that his master uses all of his power. Saitama gets serious and scares Genos with his speed and strength. Saitama then tells Genos that they should get some food. Genos wants to learn more from Saitama so he moves in with him. Saitama does not like that at all. Soon Saitama has to go and be a hero because as a C-rank hero he can get kicked out of the association if he does not save people. Sonic wants to fight Saitama once again but he is not interested. Tank Top Tiger confronts Saitama about his behavior and wants to steal his money but Sonic gets involved as now no one beats his rival besides him. Sonic then figures out that he must destroy the city so Saitama fights him. He starts to cause a mess all around and Saitama goes to fight him. Saitama knocks out Sonic with one tap on the shoulder. Later in the day, Superheroes Golden Ball and Spring Mustachio get beaten by a monster called Kombu Infinity. Saitama shows up and kills the monster with ease and then uses the creature's remains for his soup. Genos tells Saitama that he is ranked very high and is very popular with people. This makes Saitama jealous as he defeated the strongest villains, but nobody cares. The entire Earth is in danger when scientists realize that a giant meteorite will hit the planet very soon. The meteorite will hit City Z, so many S-rank heroes try to stop it. Genos and another S-rank hero called Bang arrive to help. Bang tells Genos that everyone has evacuated and he should run as well. Genos then leaves and is met by Metal Knight. Metal Knight is also an S-rank hero and he uses his new weapons to try to stop the meteorite, but his plan fails. Then Genos uses his strongest blast, but it also fails. Suddenly Saitama shows up and with one punch he destroys the entire meteorite. After that Saitama ranks up as a hero, but the people think that he caused the damage. Tank Top Tiger and his brother Tank Top Black Hole think that Saitama is a cheater, so they attack him. Saitama beats them up really easily and then the civilians start to argue with Saitama. He explains that he does not care about being a hero for fame but because it's the right thing to do. A tribe from the sea decides to go to war with humans. Saitama defeats their giant octopus. Soon Mumen Rider tries to find out more about Saitama as everyone is talking about the hero. Sea monsters come from the ocean everywhere and a Class A hero Stinger tries to stop them. The leader of the sea folks arrives and he defeats the hero. The sea folk leader is called Deep Sea King and he is very strong. Genos, Saitama, and Mumen Rider all go after the villain. Many other heroes try to fight Deep Sea King but they all lose. Even Sonic tries and he gets the closest to defeating the monster, but Deep Sea King reveals his true form. Mumen and Saitama meet for the first time, but Mumen goes to fight the Deep Sea King. All the heroes that fight the monstrous king get defeated. Soon the hero associations called Saitama as they really need him. Genos is the first one to fight the Deep Sea King. He goes all out with his lasers and robotic powers. Genos actually almost defeats the Deep Sea King, but he then gets really injured. The monstrous villain rips off his arm and starts to beat him. Genos tells the civilians that they must run away. He is attacked by an acid that the villain uses. Mumen Rider arrives and while he is brave, he is really weak. Deep Sea King is brutal and he beats Mumen Rider, almost killing him. Suddenly Saitama arrives and he is angry at the monster. Saitama throws his punch and the Deep Sea King is dead in an instant. The people get mad at the other heroes, but Saitama explains that they also helped. After a few days, Genos is only getting fan mail while Saitama gets hate letters. Saitama gets one thank you letter and he later goes out and meets with Mumen Rider. Mumen Rider reveals that he sent the letter to Saitama and then offers to buy him dinner. Saitama and Genos talk with Bang about his former student who went crazy and became a supervillain. All the S-rank superheroes get called into a special meeting and there Saitama meets many of them. The meeting soon starts and it's revealed that the Earth is in danger. Suddenly a giant alien ship arrives and destroys City A. This ship has an alien army and all the heroes go to fight. Saitama joins them and he actually enters the ship. He starts to kill all the aliens in search of their leaders. Soon we see Boros, the leader of the aliens. One of the aliens tells Boros that a human has almost destroyed their ship. In the meantime, the heroes are fighting Melzalugard, a being that is very dangerous. He is a general that works with the aliens. Bang fights Melzalugard and he gets beaten badly. Atomic Samurai uses his ultimate attack on the villain. Saitama finally arrives to meet Boros, who he is very impressed with as the hero. Boros reveals that he came to Earth just to meet a perfect fighter. Saitama and Boros start to fight and after one punch, Boros is still alive. He begins to power up and Saitama is in trouble for the first time. Saitama and Boros start to fight, both fast as light. The spaceship cannot handle their power. Bang gets up and with his final attack, he kills General Melzalugard. Everything is getting destroyed and Boros gets even faster, throwing countless punches. He kicks Saitama to the moon. In the meantime, Mumen Rider and other heroes save the people in the city. Saitama hits the alien ship and makes it crash. Boros uses all of his power and he then unleashes a final attack. Saitama decides to be severe and throw his signature punch. His hit destroys Boros, who realizes that he never had a chance against Saitama, who is just too strong. All the heroes start to examine the alien ship, even Metal Knight shows up. The remains of the ship are used to rebuild the Hero Association base. After some time Saitama kills a giant villain and he is angry that he is too strong again. Thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, and click the bell icon to get new anime recaps.